Today we're talking practice. Does it really make perfect, or does it make robo salespeople? Let's find out as we conclude our series on how to improve your pre-need presentation. This is Proactive Connection. Hello everyone, I'm Carson and you are watching the Proactive Connection. We are on the third part of a three-part series, which is all about improving our pre-need presentation through real human connection. So if you missed our first two episodes, please check those out on our YouTube channel. We'll leave a link down below. You can also go to precoa.com/connection. Most salespeople hate scripts. They feel like they sound like a robot, or they sound like somebody else, and they really want to sound like themselves. So what happens is, rather than following some kind of a process, they end up winging it. And this takes an enormous amount of brain power in each and every one of our pre-need appointments. And that's brain power that could be better utilized asking great questions. So let's pass things over to Eric Battles to explain more.
All right, so let's get real honest here. Nobody likes to sound scripted. But at the same time, whether we realize it or not, or even want to admit it, most salespeople, especially the really good ones, over time develop some form of script. And the reason why is because that's just how our brains work. Think of your brain kind of like a computer, and we have both flash memory as well as hard drive memory. Now the flash memory is sort of that fast twitch, short term, where we're kind of creating new pathways and we're solving problems on the fly. The hard drive memory is where we store those, once we've developed solutions in the past, we can save those solutions for problems we might face in the future, and so it moves it to hard drive memory. The key here is to take the time to develop a process of deliberate practice to fully download all that information to our brain's hard drives, which in that time allows your flash memory to focus much more on listening to the small details of the conversation that you're having with your client family and really be able to connect with them on a deeper level. The best advanced funeral planners in the country know their presentations like the back of their hand, but neither you or I would ever say that it feels scripted. The reason why it's so beneficial for them is because they don't have to constantly be thinking about what they're supposed to say next. Rather, they can use all that mental energy to read small cues that the family might be giving off, or listening to the stories or the insights that they might share. It really allows us then to ask meaningful questions to try to explore those stories and some of the feelings associated with them. It also produces a really great opportunity to connect with some of your own personal loss experiences and to be able to share and relate some of those stories as well, and is really a key to kind of deepening that connection with your families. And you'll be able to get right back on track without even skipping a beat. We teach the equation memorization plus internalization equals customization. When you instinctively know what it is that you're supposed to say and combine that with a clear and personal understanding of why you're saying it, the result is a completely customized presentation for every family, every time. It's this type of training and deliberate practice that will allow you to confidently serve as a trusted advisor to each of your client families. Back to you, Carson.
Thanks, Eric. So what have we learned over the last three episodes? You're now ready to be a trusted advisor, not just an order taker. You've built a process of how to ask intentional and thoughtful questions. You've learned how to create a knowledge gap, and you know how to fill that knowledge gap with insights describing the process of how we handle grief. And finally, today we learned how practice allows you to master the presentation, freeing up brain power to focus in on the details of the interactions with the family, which improves the overall effectiveness of your presentation. We have to create an impactful consumer experience that allows our families to not only protect their loved ones from unnecessary burden, but to create a positive grief experience. We're not just death care providers, but create healing plans. So in that way, your job is as much about life as it is about death. Thank you everybody for watching, and we really hope you enjoyed this first series, and we look forward to sharing more content with you in the months to come. In the meantime, please subscribe to our newsletter, which you can find the link below in the notes. Also, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, like this video, and share it with your friends. We'll see you next time on the Proactive Connection.